And I did find the other dinosaur in this forest. I didn't really go over why I was leveling here. The reason that I level here is because these enemies are relatively easy compared to what's in Kefka's Tower, somewhat. You know, there's a caveat to that, of course, and that caveat is these guys don't do status effects. Otherwise, these guys are tougher. The Tyrannosaur loves to use Meteor. This guy not only has Meteor, he also has Ultima, and a move that he's probably going to use right now called Disaster, which still does status effects on us. But they do give out great amounts of EXP, so that's the reason that I was here. We're talking about 3,000 for this fight alone. It is Stefan's turn. Let's go ahead and show off the dice if I can. He did not use Disaster. Disaster will float you, condemn you, turn you into an imp, and confuse you. And did I say condemn? Because there is definitely a counter. That is not necessarily as much damage as I thought you would be able to do, Stefan. Stefan is not doing so hot. Let's take a look at what I can do here. I can do a Cure 3 across the board. Oh, and also an Ultima. For 2 MP, I'm going to be able to do all that. At the level that I am right now, as long as I pay attention, this guy is no longer difficult for me. This is the guy that will randomly drop an economizer. As you can see, 3,600 experience for that fight, and I get another economizer right on the dot. Thank you for doing that for me, game. So this is where I have been doing the level grinding. That's why I have so many imp halberds and economizers. That guy is very difficult at even the level at which I beat the game. Remember that I went to that save point. There wasn't a fight between the save point and the final fight of the game. I came here and was still dying to the freaking Brachiosaur because he would do Ultima and Disaster. And that is how difficult that guy can be, but once you get used to him, he gives out a ton of experience. That is what I wanted to show off here in the Dinosaur Forest. We are not done though, because I do have more to show off at the Colosseum. And we are back at the Colosseum, ready to take on some of the toughest bets in the game. Of course, I think I am prepared for it, but what do I know? Let's go ahead and talk to this guy. Yes, I am ready to fight. Now, the first thing that I want to do is bet one of those things that I got in my level grinding, the imp halberds. I don't think I had any of these going into the final dungeon, but I have plenty of them now. Let's go ahead and bet it. We're going to be up against an Allosaurus, which we have seen before. They're not going to do anything that surprises me at this point. Toph is still imped. I should cure that. We're going to throw Stefan at pretty much everything now, because his regular attack has the potential of doing almost 40,000 damage. So, yeah, go Stefan. Up against an Allosaurus, he's going to cast Quick on himself, even though he's already hasted because I have the running shoes on him. Nicely done, Stefan. If you could just do a regular attack, that would be much appreciated. No, he has to go for Imp. He wants to Imp the Allosaurus. I'm not sure if that works. Once again, this is part of the downside of teaching everybody everything. But finally, the dice come out. He's still got the offering on him, so this should do more than enough damage to finish this guy off. Down goes the Allosaurus, and as a result, we get the Cat Hood. The Cat Hood is actually the best helmet in the game for Rose, who has the Genji helmet, but that is no longer required because, as you can see, even though her defense goes down by 3, her magic defense goes down by 5, her magic block percentage goes up by 10, and her magic power goes up by 4, and her speed goes up by 2. Better than the Genji helmet. The Genji helmet can be better served other places. So that is how you get the best helmet in the game for Rose. Once again, that is arguable, but I would say that it is. That is one thing down. I think it is time to get ready for the next one. Next up, I'm going to bet one of the Cat Hoods that I just won. I did get 2 of them because I have plenty of imp halberds, so I'm going to bet one of them. Let's get rid of it and see what we can get for that. Where are my helmets? They are way down here. Cat hood. There we go. Picks up all possible, so it also helps get you money in case that's an issue for you. Honestly, I didn't know because I always wait till after the game's over to get this because the Tyrannosaurs are difficult. Let's bet this. And we're up against a Hoover for who knows what. Go Stefan. Stefan, like I said, just most of the time he's going to be my best bet. In comes a Sandstorm. I probably don't have the best equipment on him, but it doesn't matter because he's level 99. We're going to go for an X Zone. I don't think it's going to work. It did not. The Hoover is just too powerful, but Stefan is too tanky as well. In come the dice. We're not going to get very high marks, but it doesn't really matter. We don't need that high. Just a couple 4s and a couple 5s. And we're doing pretty good. And for this, we get the Merit Award. Now, this sounds pretty damn nice. But when we look at it here, it should be here. There we go. It doesn't necessarily transfer over. It allows heavy armor and everything else to be equipped. That's decent at this late part of the game, but it's not spectacular. But there is a but. Tweak can equip this, which allows him to equip weapons on top of his rages. And this is an oversight. I mean, some people swear by this strategy. You put the Merit Award on Tweak. I do not swear by it. It is overpowered and not meant to be in the game. I'll be showing it off later, though. It totally works, and it's completely just insanely awesome, but we'll be doing that a little bit later. Time to get ready for the next fight. Next up, we're going to take on the man himself. The man that I said you could only fight here. The one that has a rage that we cannot get for whatever reason. We're going to bet a Mega Elixir. This is ridiculously stupid, and I don't know why I'm doing it, but I'm doing it so that we can fight Siegfried. Oh, it is time. You shall face the dice. And this is how you can fight Siegfried, the real one. As you can see, he doesn't really do that much damage to us, base damage at least. We're going to go for slow. It probably landed. It's kind of hard to say. Even with the running shoes, though, Siegfried is keeping up. Ice 2, Stefan should have a good magic power. Not great, but good. It does max out. Holy crap, but you don't need much for Siegfried. If I remember right, when I went over his rage, I said that he was weak to all elements. It looks like it really is true, because that's not supposed to happen. Shrapnel, that is a powerful move. But in come the dice, and that means death for Siegfried. Max damage 4 times, it looks like. At least 3? Yeah, 4? Oh, close, but down he goes anyway. For that fight, which is a rather tough fight, and a Mega Elixir lost, we get a Tintina bar. A Tintina bar. The thing that I bet the first time that we came here. I think it was the first time. I definitely bet it here, just like get rid of that. What do you have to say now? You have nothing to say. After all that, I just kicked your ass, Siegfried. It doesn't change a damn thing. I think there's still a couple things that I want to show off, but I am not sure, so let me check my notes and I'll be right back. Next up, we are going to do a couple things that is, even at the level that I am right now, somewhat dangerous. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. The first thing that I'm going to do is not dangerous. I'm going to bet the elixir. We're going to be up against a Cactrot. We're going to throw Stefan at him. We're just going to get a rename card out of this. Should we get that rename card, though, that is where things should get difficult. Cactrot, not immune to dice, so he's already dead. He doesn't come with a lot of HP, so really anything that does normal damage to him is going to kill him. And for that, we get the rename card, which is something we have not gotten in the game before, simply because it's really not important for for anything that I was doing. Should be around the helmet somewhere. There we go. The rename card here is a secret item. It does exactly what you think it would do. It renames a character for you. It's kind of a difficult fight for a good portion of the game if you want to rename a character, but for the end of the game, it is not very difficult at all. You have ways of killing those guys these days. So, that is the rename card. That is what we're going to bet. So I'm just going to go ahead and take care of that right now. Let's get rid of my rename card. And for this, we're going to have to fight a Doom Dragon. But we do get Marvel shoes at the end of it. So let's take them on. We're gonna need some luck on this one. I do need the dice to roll my way. Or you could go for Southern Cross. Actually, Southern Cross is not bad. It's the Northern Cross that you gotta look out for. It does a ton of damage, but I'm not too concerned about that right now. Remedy is not helping anything, Stefan. Just throw yo damn dice. That is all that I want you to do at this point. There we go. Thank you for finally throwing the dice. We should do quite a bit of damage here. That one was not so hot. Neither was that one, but it's still enough to take down the Doom Dragon. For that, we do get the Marvel shoes. Marvel shoes are fantastic. They are, I don't want to say an upgrade from the running shoes here, but I'm going to replace them with the Marvel shoes. The Marvel shoes creates various effects. Should we put them on, not only is Stefan going to be hasted, unfortunately they don't have a way of really showing that, not only is he going to be hasted, he's going to have Protect, he's going to have Shell, and he's going to have Regen on him at all times. Now, I'm not sure if there's anything more that I want to do here. Once again, I will have to check my notes.